I'm Debbie Godfrey. Welcome to the Positive Parenting Pep Talks podcast.
Self-discipline is one of the main characteristics your children need to have in order to be self-sufficient and self-reliant. And self-discipline means that we start very young, helping them learn how to manage themselves. So with your little kids, your 2 and 3-year-olds, you need to have pretty structured routines, say regarding bedtime, nap time, getting ready for school or preschool in the morning and that sort of thing. But as they become more capable, you want to start turning over the responsibility and helping them learn to self-discipline. So what this might look like is when you've provided a certain limit, like let's say your child has a 7:30 bedtime every night, and this has been going on for maybe years, you'll see that suddenly, or not so suddenly, they'll start complaining a lot about the bedtime. Like, I want to stay up later. I need to do other things. I'm too little for such an early bedtime. So you want to look for the signs that they're ready to maybe get some more responsibility. And as soon as you see this, and it usually comes in the form of complaints or non-compliance in the rules, you want to look and see if they outgrown the rules that I had previously established, which kept them safe and caused them to, be your external discipline is causing them to feel safe and to not misbehave. Whereas kids with not enough limits often misbehave quite extremely. So you're looking to look for these signs that they're ready for some more responsibility. So then you want to help them learn to self-manage or self-discipline. So you can say, well, looks like maybe you're ready to extend your bedtime from 7:30. What time do you think you can handle going to bed and still be able to get up and do what you need to do? And you can either negotiate a new bedtime with them, or you can start letting them have a lot of the responsibility. And what may happen is that your child might say, well, I'm just going to stay up and, they'll play or they'll read or they'll do something and they'll stay up, 2 hours past their bedtime because they've been given so much responsibility. And if the next day they wake up and they're really tired and they're dragging and they have a hard time getting up, instead of going to the place of, I told you so, and see, you can't handle so much responsibility, make observations. So say something like, wow, you look really tired. What happened? And lead them into observing the lateness of them going to bed, how it's related to the feeling of tiredness that day. If you just out and out tell them, they're not learning on their own. So you want to ask questions like, so when you went to bed really late, how did you feel in the morning when you got up? And be really detached and non-judgmental. And most of the kids will go to the place of, oh yeah, I was really tired and maybe I shouldn't go to bed quite that late. And that's what you want to get to. You want to get to the point where they're actually figuring out their needs. And you want to work really hard on this when they're young, so that by the time they're in like junior high and definitely by high school, they're able to self-manage and self-discipline in all these different areas of getting up, of doing their homework, of getting ready for school. Some of them will start having jobs. They need to learn to manage their own time. They need to learn to discipline themselves. And you're there to teach that. And you're going to teach it by providing the opportunities for them to start disciplining themselves early on. So have a great day. Happy parenting.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode of the Positive Parenting Pep Talks podcast. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Debbie Godfrey, owner and founder of positiveparenting.com. I hope you'll go and check out my website and follow me on Instagram and let me know about what you thought about today's episode. Did you learn something new? Were you able to do something different with your children? Did you have a success story? Those are my favorite to share. Let me know. Contact me. I'd love to hear from you. And also, what future topics would you be interested in hearing about on the Positive Parenting Pep Talks podcast? Thank you so much for being here and for all of your support. Take care and happy parenting.